Our word is woman.
Definition, please.
Uh,
Definition of woman, please.
No.
In today's episode, we're peeling back the layers of woke hypocrisy and serving up a reality check for those who've gone too far. Get ready for the takedown.
You get a sense sometimes now among certain young people, and this is accelerated by social media, there is this sense sometimes of the way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people. And that's enough. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, or then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself because, man, you see how woke I was? I called you out. Let me get on TV, watch my show, watch Grownish. That's not activism. That's not bringing about change. You know, if all you're doing is casting stones, you're probably not going to get that far. That's easy to do.
It's funny how some people think all it takes is a tweet or a hashtag to change the world. Wake up, toss a few virtual stones, and call it a day. But as much as they want to believe that's activism, it's more like shouting into the wind. Real change requires a little more effort than finger-pointing and feel-good social media posts.
In the abstract, it would say that equal work for equal pay. That's literally what they just marched in the streets for.
So your question is not so much as like getting paid by the same rate pay, but you're saying annual pay?
It depends. So let's say there was a company that employs OnlyFans models, and then they take a cut and they do all the work for you, okay? And they employ male and female OnlyFans models, and they both work 10 hours a day. The female OnlyFans models will earn $1 million a year for the company, and the males will only bring in $100,000 a year for the company. Should they have to pay both of them the same because it's equal work for equal pay? Or should they give more money to who's actually bringing money to the door, the women for the company?
I don't know.
I don't have like an opinion on like that kind of stuff. Like,
I think you both know the answer. You're just afraid to say it. That women should be able to earn what they earn and they provide.
Ah, the blissful quiet when someone finally realizes they've got nothing left to say. No more cries about imaginary wage gaps or unfair treatment. No opinion. Maybe that's for the best. Activism isn't for those who haven't quite mastered basic logic.
Professor Bridges, you said several times, you've used a phrase, I want to make sure I understand what you mean by it. You've referred to people with a capacity for pregnancy. Would that be women?
Many women, cis women, have the capacity for pregnancy. Many cis women do not have the capacity for pregnancy. There are also trans men who are capable of pregnancy, as well as non-binary people who are capable of pregnancy.
So this isn't really a women's rights issue.
We can recognize that this impacts women while also recognizing that it impacts other groups. Those things are not mutually exclusive, Senator Hawley.
Oh, so your view is that the core of this right then is about what?
So I want to recognize that your line of questioning is transphobic, and it opens up trans people to violence by not recognizing that.
Wow, you're saying that I'm opening up people to violence by asking whether or not women are the folks who can have pregnancies?
So I want to note that 1 out of 5 transgender persons have attempted suicide. So I think it's important
because of my line of questioning? So we can't talk about it?
Because denying that trans people exist and pretending not to know that they exist.
I'm denying that trans people exist by asking you if you're talking about women having pregnancies?
Do you believe that men can get pregnant?
No, I don't think women can get
So
pregnant.
you are denying that trans people exist?
And that leads to violence? Is this how you run your classroom? Are students allowed to question you?
Absolutely.
Or are they also treated like this? Where
No,
they're told that they're opening up people to violence?
We have a good time.
Welcome to academia, where the ability to dodge straightforward questions is somehow a badge of honor, and intellectual curiosity is treated like a hostile act.
Never at any point in time do we think it's okay to murder a newborn baby because they won't really know it.
well, it's out in the world, okay? It's out of her body.
So
it's not a part of her anymore.
So what is it about being out of the body that makes you valuable and protected?
Well, out of the body, they can see, first of all.
What if they're blind? I'm just trying to make sure your arguments are real.
So we're all about personal choice, right? Except when it comes to avoiding an unwanted pregnancy. We can manage to stock up on hand sanitizer, but a simple pill or condom, nah, too much effort. Funny how selective my body, my choice, can be when responsibility knocks on the door.
I read about what happened to you at, was it Oberlin College?
Many colleges. I'm a frequent college lecturer, and when I have been lecturing for years, and usually I'd go to debate and spar with some women's studies professors because I occupy a different position in sort of feminist theory. But now, these days, I go and it's not the women's studies people, it's the students who come, the activists, to demonstrate. They set up safe rooms. I spoke at Oberlin.
Safe rooms from you?
From me. And I have to have bodyguards. At Oberlin, I had a detail of police.
Didn't they also have a therapy dog?
Yes. Here's the thing. They weren't
from you because
yes. No, a young woman. Well, they had these safe rooms set up, and 30 women and a therapy dog fled to the safe space. I triggered a dog, and I feel bad about the dog.
Imagine this: you attend a discussion meant to broaden your horizons, but instead of engaging with opposing views, you set up a cozy retreat because someone shared a perspective that didn't match yours. And let's not forget the therapy dogs, because nothing says intellectual debate like a furry companion to soothe your emotional turmoil. Seriously, is this what we've come to?
What do you think socialism is? Because I think you're misunderstood.
Socialism is what I see, which is the implementation of totalitarian control on the means of the best interest of people under the guise of the failed doctrine of Marx and Engels.
That's wrong.
Just because you say it wrong doesn't make you right.
Just because you say I'm wrong doesn't make you right.
No, it actually does, because everywhere socialism has been implemented, you've seen catastrophic human deaths.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know what socialism is.
Well, what makes you a subject matter expert on the 100 million people that have died?
Are you a subject matter expert on that?
I actually am.
Are you?
Yes.
Do you have a degree in it?
Just because you have a degree doesn't mean you know more than other people.
Do you do research on it?
Plenty, more than you.
Oh, look at that confident grin. It's almost adorable, really. Nothing quite compares to the spectacle of someone strutting in. Little homework might have spared us all from this cringeworthy performance.
In your testimony, did I understand you right, said that you want to end all plastic manufacturing?
I said the plastics industry must be stopped.
So does that mean end plastic manufacturing?
I mean, in my dream world, sure, but I think that, go ahead.
I don't mean to be condescending here. I just point out, what's going to replace your glasses? Like,
so
why
I
would you
do
wear your
know
glasses around your face? They're made of plastic.
Maybe.
No,
I don't know what they're made out of.
They are. Because I just want to be realistic when we're having conversations. Because when statements are made like this, I just want to open people's eyes. That's easy to say, but what's the solution? Your water bottle in front of you.
This one?
Yes. That plastic?
No.
The lid is. That's plastic.
Right. So
Right.
I would say to your question that I would first be concerned about single-use plastics, and then we can talk about alternatives to this.
Your cell phone there, is it plastic?
The cases. But it's glass because
The water that you filled that water bottle up with, where'd you fill that water bottle up out of?
a water filling station.
All right, and it was delivered by a drink station that was plastic?
I didn't check.
The edges are. The piping coming to it. Now, you have a couple of choices with the piping. We could go back to using wood, but then you have to line it in chemical. Or we could go back and use lead, because we used to have water piping that was lead. That was harmful to us. We go back to galvanized, but galvanized rust and had discoloration. We go back to copper, but copper has to be mined, and everybody wants to stop mining in the U.S. I point this out because the clothes you have on, I guarantee you have plastic in it. The shoes you have on your feet, the soles of those shoes are plastic. So we talk about any plastic manufacturing, and everybody in here cheers when you say that, but everybody here is depending on plastic as you set. So if you want to end it, then quit using it. It's kind of like, I don't shop at certain places right now because I don't agree with something.
Well, there you have it. Let's end plastic, except when it comes to things like glasses, water bottles, phones, clothes, and, just about everything else. It's easy to say ban it all until you realize the world around you is literally built on it. But hey, let's just dream about a plastic-free future while we sip from our plastic bottles and scroll through our plastic-wrapped smartphones. Makes perfect sense, right? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this takedown, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the next episode. See you in the next one.